It looks like Sony is trying to get out their brand new console, the PlayStation 5 Pro, before Grand Theft Auto 6 gets here. They're even specifically saying we've got to get this thing out in gamers' hands before GTA 6 arrives. We'll be talking about all that in this video today and a whole lot more. So at least as things officially stand, the only information we've gotten from Rockstar is that Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be coming to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S in 2025. They didn't mention anything about other consoles or other systems, but Sony just might have confirmed another system that GTA 6 is going to be coming to. So according to CNBC, where this article came from, the title Sony to release a pro version of the PlayStation 5 this year after cutting outlook, analysts say. The article goes on to say Sony is likely to release a refreshed version of the PlayStation 5 this year, analysts told CNBC, after the company cut its forecast for sales of its flagship console. The move would be designed to boost interest in the PlayStation 5 and offer a souped-up piece of hardware ready for release for Grand Theft Auto 6 in 2025, one of the decade's most hotly anticipated games, the analyst said. Now, Sony was not immediately available for comment when contacted by CNBC, and first released in November 2020, Sony's PlayStation 5 is now more than 3 years old, and the Japanese gaming giant cut its forecast last week for PlayStation 5 sales for the fiscal year ending in March from 25 million units to 21 million units, and an executive said last week during the company's earnings call that Sony is expecting a gradual decline in unit sales for the next fiscal year. Now, when this has happened in past console cycles, gaming firms have looked to bring out a refreshed piece of hardware to reinvigorate sales. For example, Sony launched a Pro version of the PlayStation 4, the previous generation consoles, around 3 years after the PS4 was initially launched, and now analysts are expecting a PlayStation 5 Pro from Sony. And this is when we heard from Serkan Toto, CEO of Tokyo-based games consultancy Canton Games. They told CNBC there seems to be a broad consensus in the game industry that Sony is indeed preparing a launch of a PlayStation 5 Pro in the second half of 2024. Going on to say, and Sony will want to make sure to have a great piece of hardware ready when Grand Theft Auto 6 hits in 2025, a launch that will be a shot in the arm for the entire gaming industry. So this almost seems like it is perfect timing-wise for Sony, because it looks like there is a decline in their sales of PlayStation consoles, and not only does that make it the right time to announce a new version, but it also means you'll be able to get a more powerful console for the games that are set to come out over the next half decade. And honestly, probably the biggest game of the next half decade, or probably beyond, is going to be Grand Theft Auto 6. So Sony is going to be coming out with arguably the most powerful console on the market right before GTA 6 gets here, and that could be something they could advertise as a reason to go into Sony versus Xbox or PC. Like, for example, Sony could say the best way to play Grand Theft Auto 6 is on a PlayStation 5 Pro, and that might get more people to dive into that console. And as things currently stand, Rockstar Games has a working relationship with Sony and the PlayStation. All the bonuses, discounts, sales, promotions that they've been doing with GTA Online and Red Dead Online over the last couple of years have shifted towards the Sony side of things. Now, the next big question is for the video game console market currently staying under the Sony umbrella. Would this mean a price drop is going to happen for the PlayStation 5? Or would it maintain its current nearly $500 price tag? And during the same earnings call, we heard from Omida senior principal analyst George Gijaashvili, who said Sony's plans are for the next year to optimize sales with a greater emphasis on the balance with profits. And this might cause Sony to keep the PS5 at its launch price even after the souped-up version releases. Therefore, a scenario where Sony launches a PS5 Pro but still experiences declining year-on-year hardware sales is very much within the realms of possibility. And honestly, you can only imagine that if Sony is going to be coming out with their own Pro version of the current generation consoles, Microsoft is likely going to do the same. They've got to compete with that in some way, shape, or form. I don't know what it's going to be called, if they will create another version of the Xbox Series. We have S, we have X, Maybe they will call it Z or Y. I have absolutely no idea what the names are of those consoles. It seems like Sony has gotten things a little bit easier by just going from like PlayStation 3, 4, 5, etc. Xbox has had 1, 360, then S, and then X. So things have been a little bit confusing as far as that goes. So honestly, if you're one of the people that are watching this video right now and you currently don't own a console, or you might not have the current generation console, let's say you still have the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, because you can still play all Rockstar titles on that, although they are starting to take away some features from GTA Online. Like when I'm recording this video today, I think they actually just removed the Rockstar editor from GTA Online if you play on a PlayStation 4 or Xbox One. But for the most part, you can still enjoy most of the offerings that Rockstar have to offer. You're not going to need to buy, I would say, a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X or S, or even by the time 2025 gets here and you don't want the newest Pro versions, you can probably get the current ones, PS5 and Xbox Series X and S, at a discount. Surely by then they might drop in price, but needless to say, you don't have to buy a console now in anticipation for GTA 6. You can certainly wait a little bit because we still have very much likely over a year. And at that point in time, there will be some sort of sale or discount or price drop. If you want just the regular version, or if you want the most optimized gaming experience, it looks like Sony is hedging their bets on the PlayStation 5 Pro to be the go-to console to experience GTA 6. And if Rockstar repeats history, it's going to be the only place that you can play Grand Theft Auto 6 probably for a year and a half to 2 years before it comes to other systems like PC. So just something to think about right there, but it really does look like the PlayStation 5 Pro will be the console that GTA 6 is preferred on. We really just will have to wait and see. And as we get closer and closer to the launch of GTA 6, it'll be interesting to see if Rockstar continues to partner with them and if they do end up providing some bonuses, promotions, sales, etc. for the Sony side of things. But anyways, I'd love to hear from you guys in those comments down below. What console are you planning on playing GTA 6 on? Xbox Series X or S, PS5, or is it going to be the new Pro version of the PlayStation or the Xbox? Let me know what you guys think in those comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the GTA 6 videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.